Are you trying to become a funded trader? Are you looking for which prop firm is best for you? Today we're going to consider Apex Funded Trading. And we're going to look at the different accounts that they offer. And we're going to go over which accounts are easiest and hardest to pass. And we're going to look at which accounts are best for different types of strategies. So if you want to see what's best for you, continue watching this video and let's get into it. So these are each of the accounts that Apex offers. We have the smaller 25K and it goes up to a 300K account. Also, there's a 100K static account. I'm going to talk about that later in the video. We're going to stick to these normal accounts from 25K to 300K. I want to point out these max contracts. This is how many contracts you can trade both during the evaluation and during the funded stage. This is how many contracts you can trade for that account. So with a 25K account, you got 4, and you can trade up to 35 contracts with a 300K account. Now, realistically, are you going to be able to trade with all those contracts once you're funded? And my answer would be no. Now, during the evaluation, I do recommend to use max contracts and use those max contracts to pass the evaluation, especially when there's a 1-day pass and when there's a large discount. And looking at what you need to be able to pass these evaluations, I have this section here, points to pass. So this is assuming you're trading the full max contracts. So with a 25K account, we'd be using 4 max contracts, and we need $1,500 to pass, $1,500 to pass. So 4 contracts, $50 a point. So that'd be $200 a point, and to get 1,500, we would need 7.5 points to pass. And you notice I have these color coded. So the darker green is the better option. And looking at what has the best points to pass ratio, it's the 50K account. You only need 6 points to pass with a to get a 50K account. That's because you're trading 10 contracts and you need 3,000 to pass. So generally, as the account sizes increase, you need more points to pass. And when you get up to the 300K account, you need almost twice as many points to pass as the 50K account. So on the points to pass, the 25K through the 75K have the best ratio for that. Another column, another row I have here is the profit goal to drawdown. So the best ratio here is on the 50K account. So the profit goal is the same as the drawdown. And as you increase the account size, this profit goal to drawdown ratio gets worse. So while the 25K is 1-to-1, once you get up to 300K, it is a 2.67. So you have to make significantly more profit while having that same drawdown. And the drawdown is what is going to, right? The drawdown is really what your account size is. And that's a key point. So pay attention to that for all prop firms, for all Apex or any other prop firm. Your account size is not what they tell you the account size is. Your account size effectively is the drawdown. If you can only lose up to $1,500, then that's what your account size is. It's not 25K, it's 1,500. Are you going to be trading 4 contracts with a drawdown of 1,500? During the evaluation, yes, but once you go funded, no. Because you're at such a risk of losing that account. And it's even worse at a 300K account. You don't have $300,000 in funding. Really what you have is a $7,500 in funding. And that drawdown rises as you make money. That drawdown follows you up until it hits the limit at 300K. plus $100. So 300K, $300,100, that's where that drawdown would stop rising on you. But are you going to be trading 35 contracts with 7,500 of a drawdown? I would bet not. That's not how I would do it. So now that we've got that straight, that really your account size is the drawdown size, and not the title of what that account size is. Now we can see long term what's going to be the best account sizes. And comparing both ratios here, so points to pass and profit goal to drawdown, both that are the deepest green, it's the 25K and the 50K account. And these are the accounts that I've chosen for myself as well. So these, I have 20 accounts that I copy trade, I do live streams on, and these are the two accounts that I do that with. Now, long term, thinking ahead after you've passed an account, it's going to be all about escaping that drawdown. So I touched on it before. Your drawdown follows you until you get to your the account size plus $100. So a 25K account, you have that drawdown rising until it gets to $25,100. And for each of the accounts, it's like that. So the 100K account would be, the drawdown would follow from 100,000 plus $100. And then after that, the drawdown has hit its ceiling and it will no longer follow you up. Now, if your account balance goes below that, then you would fail that. But that's where that drawdown stops. It's at the account size plus 100. And to me, it's all about escaping that drawdown. And when we include the idea that we're not going to be trading with max contracts once we're funded, realistically, to be safe long term, we're going to be trading 1 or 2 contracts. Me personally, I'm doing 1 contract on my accounts. So if I'm going to be trading 1 contract on either of these accounts, let's say I'm choosing between 25 and a 50K account. If I'm going to do 1 contract on both of them, then which account should I choose? Then at this point, my decision will be based on escaping that drawdown, and the 25K account has the smallest drawdown. So that's the account that I would choose for how I trade and what I'm comfortable doing and what makes sense to me for long term. So this is the account that I would recommend for most people to do. I understand the temptation of wanting a huge 300K account. However, for the reasons we said, it has a poor profit goal to drawdown ratio. Realistically, you won't be able to trade that many contracts on it because you're always going to be at risk of that drawdown. Versus something like a 25K account, it's going to be easier to pass, it's going to be cheaper, and it's going to be easier to escape that drawdown. So for me, 25K account is my best choice. So I also want to talk about this 100K static account. Now, this is a bit different. The way it works, the drawdown is much smaller. However, it does not raise. It does not follow you as you profit. So 100K account, your account can never go below 99,375. And as you profit, that drawdown does not follow you up. It does not raise. It stays at that 99,375. Now, that drawdown not following is a big advantage, right? Based on that, if we're just looking at that factor alone, that's a huge advantage. However, the drawdown is small. So notice down here, it has the worst ratios on both points to pass and profit goal to drawdown. So this is what my thinking is on this type of account. I think it would be reasonable to do. I don't think it's unreasonable. I would be interested in working to pass a few 100K static accounts. And if I was to do that, I would focus heavily on trending strategies. So with this, I couldn't do many. I don't think I would want to do many small like limit order scalps. I would want to do more swing trades. And so looking at the numbers, if we're trading with the max 2 contracts, that's going to be $100 a point. So we would need 20 points to pass one of these. And we would need 20 points before losing the 6 points for the drawdown. So we'd have to get 20 before losing 6. So to me, you're going to fail probably several accounts before being able to pass one. But if I was attempting to pass one, I would look for swing trades and trends. So I might try to pass it on one trade, and well, I might risk the 6 points and go for 20 points. Right? And just based on those odds, you're going to pass it about 20% of the time. Or you could split it up into, you could still do the 2 contracts, but then you could go for 2 10-point trades instead. And I think the odds would be about the same either way you choose to go. 20 points might be a lot to ask for on one trade, so maybe splitting it up between two 10-point trades might be better. But that's what I would do. I would look for a trending market and take trades in the direction of the trend with that, knowing that I would lose. I would fail several of those accounts before getting one. Then once I got one, I would reduce down to the 1 contract, and then I would have to be very selective on which trades I'm taking because that drawdown is so small. However, once you're able to make a few hundred, get 1,000 points up, you're starting to create some distance between that drawdown. And then once you can escape that, then you're going to be safe. And then before too long, you could even use the 2 contracts. So the 100K static, I like the idea of it. It has a lower pass rate starting out. And then, of course, you have to, once you're funded, then you have to escape that drawdown. Once you can, I think that's a good account after that. You just have to have more time invested in it to be able to get to that. So those are my thoughts on which account to choose. If you would like to know strategies on how to pass the accounts, I have a couple of videos. I'll put the links in the description for that. Also, we have live streams where I show the trades that I take, and that might be beneficial for you in passing evaluations or just learning how to trade in general. So if you want to stop by those live streams and check out the other videos I've got. Thank you for watching.